So in my last video, I talked about my Gretsch Baritone, and one thing that I mentioned was having kind of mixed feelings about the pickups. People have talked about the pickups on this guitar and not liking them very much. I still can't figure out if I like them or not. There are aspects about it that I really like, and there are aspects about it that I don't like. So Gretsch just called them the Gretsch Mini Humbucker, and there's not much information about them out there. So what I've done is I've spent the past weekend making these, which are my own humbuckers. I'm not sure if it will sound good yet because I've not had a baritone before, but hopefully I'll figure out a way to get these in the guitar somehow. I'm pretty sure that these won't just drop in and sit because the current humbuckers on them are just the Gretsch Mini Humbuckers, like I said. So there might be some chiseling involved, so it might get violent, but we'll see. I've seen someone on YouTube fit humbuckers, full-sized humbuckers into their Gretsch Baritone before, so hopefully it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Before I fit them into the guitar, let me quickly give you some measurements. So what I've got here is my oscilloscope, and this is basically an induction coil. And what this is doing is basically acting as a string, and it's going to sweep through all the frequencies. So I'm going to place this on top of the pickup. So what this is going to do is plot the frequency response of my pickup. So I'm going to press go, and then it should just go. Cool, so that's done. So ignoring the green line, which is just the phase, the purple line or the pink line is the actual frequency of the frequency response of the pickup. So this starts at 20 hertz and it goes all the way up to 20k hertz. As you can see, we've got a resonant frequency at about 7.8 kilohertz. So each pickup will have its own resonant frequency, and that can be affected by things like the wire type, the way the coil is wound on the bobbin, how many turns, all a bunch of different factors that can play into the final outcome of what the resonant frequency is, and that ultimately is one of the factors in determining what the pickup's going to sound like. We've got 7.8 kilohertz is the resonant frequency of this pickup, which is what I was kind of hoping for. So it's kind of going to have like a bit of a single coily character, which was something that I really liked about the original Gretsch Mini Humbuckers. But yeah, that was the bridge pickup. I'm going to move on to the neck pickup now. So while that's plotting out, I'm going to use this as an opportunity for a quick plug. So if you want your very own custom humbucker made to your own specs for your sound, hit me up at Ryan's Guitar Mod Shop on Instagram. Shoot me a message. We'll start a discussion about what kind of sound you're looking for, what kind of pickup type, all that different kind of stuff. And you'll get your very own custom pickup made just for you. So one more time, it's Ryan's Guitar Mod Shop on Instagram. Hit me up there. Amazing. So now that's done plotting out. And this is, again, ignoring the green line, this is quite a pronounced bump at 9.3k, so it's a lot higher than the bridge pickup, because the neck pickup is going to be placed in a part of the guitar that's going to give a much higher bass response. I wanted to move the resonant frequency a bit higher to give a bit more treble so that these two pickups are more balanced between each other. So it's not just like two completely different sounds when you jump between the two different pickups. But yeah, hopefully this pickup will sound good in the guitar. There's only so much that I can do just looking at graphs and giving you numbers that can determine the actual final sound the pickup's going to give me. So I'm going to figure out how to put these in the guitar, and it might need to break the chisel out, so we'll see. Cool, so now I've got the guitar on the bench, so I'm gonna just start taking these pickups off the guitar. So what I'll need to do first is take the strings off. I'm gonna keep the same strings because these strings are quite hard to find, so I'm just gonna try keep these. And also by keeping the same strings on, we'll have an even comparison. Cool, let's move these somewhere else. Put that here, I guess. Okay, now that these strings are off, now I can just remove these pickups. those are the pickups out. Now, I'm gonna just quickly do a test fit, and I already kind of know it's not gonna work. Yeah, okay, so this barely fits, and it's not even at the right height. So these are sticking up way too high from the guitar. So I suspect I'm gonna have to do some chiseling, which I'm not a fan of. But what must be done, must be done. So yeah, I'm just kind of gonna speed this whole bit up because this is gonna take a long time for me to do. So I'll get back to you in a bit. The table is such a mess after that. Look at these bits of wood and stuff everywhere. I promise I'm a professional. Right, so I'm finished with the swap. And honestly, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was gonna be. What I definitely will plan on doing is getting some pickup rings to kind of hide the mess. Because with chiseling and like drilling to get the cavity wider to fit the pickups, there's like, it's kind of a bit messy in there. And I don't have a router, so I couldn't get the cuts as clean as I wanted it to be. So I'm definitely gonna get a pickup ring to kind of hide that. But it's in there, and like I said, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. The only thing that I really had to do was to make a space for these pickup ears to go in. And other than that, I actually didn't have to deepen the cavity at all. They're all like at a good height, so if I like show this to this camera, they're all kind of at the same heights that the stock pickups came in. But ultimately, the real question is, how do these pickups sound? So, let me show you. Yeah, I think they sound pretty good compared to the old Gretsch pickups. They have a bit more of a like high-mid thing going on, whereas the Gretsches were a bit more scooped. They were like had a lot of high-end and a lot of kind of undefined low-end, whereas this is very mid-rangey, kind of as expected from a pickup of this size. And part of that character comes from just having a wider pickup, as opposed to the Gretsches which were a lot narrower, which senses a smaller part of the string. Having a wider pickup will give you that kind of mid-rangey bark. And everything that I kind of liked about the Gretsch pickups, I kind of still managed to retain, I feel like. So I mentioned really liking the crisp and delicate high end of the Gretsch pickups, and I feel like I managed to retain that with these pickups as well. And one thing I found out about these pickups while messing oh, I'm hungry. And one thing that I found out about these pickups from me just messing around earlier on, because of that upper mid-range bark, there's a lot more chord definition. So for example, in that double bassy, breakdowny, genty bit in Gord, you can actually hear that minor ninth interval, which is this, which is what they're playing. With the old pickups, I feel like you're mainly just hearing this string. So I'll quickly splice in an example here. And just the overall kind of character, because it's less trebly, the old Gretsch pickups, now that I've done some A-B and comparing back and forth, the old Gretsch pickups have like a very kind of white noisy high end, whereas this is a bit more tamed and a bit more held back. So I'm gonna splice in an A-B comparison now. So these are the old pickups. And these are the new pickups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description to the raw DI tracks from this pickup as well as the stock Gretsch pickups, so you guys can do your own A/B back and forth comparison between my pickups and the Gretsch pickups. So yeah, those are just kind of my quick thoughts about these pickups. So to give you some quick specs about these pickups, the bridge pickup is an Allen Nickel 5, the neck pickup is an Allen Nickel 2. They're both wound with 42 gauge poly wire. I don't remember the pickup resistance readings off the top of my head, so I'll put them on the screen right here, right now. But yeah, now that I've done this mod to this guitar, this kind of opens up a whole bunch of windows for me to make different pickups, make different humbuckers to throw into this guitar to try and just like really land on a sound that I really, really like with pickups for this baritone. Not that I'm not happy with these pickups right now, but just so I can like really refine what kind of pickup I want to make for a baritone guitar. But yeah, that kind of wraps up for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this pickup set down in the comments. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you want to see tweaked about it? I'm happy to hear and take all that in, and hopefully keep working on these humbuckers for this guitar, because this is a really fun project. So take care, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.